Hi, hello, salam, namaste, and sasriyakal. Hearty, welcome. So happy to see you. So happy to see you following, all these things also. So I'm very happy. And I'm also, as some people, WhatsApp their insights. It motivates me also, to change my uh, thought process, everything. Thank you very much, for aligning with my spirit. Yeah. Well, so these are two other topics that I've picked from this book. Think and grow rich. Everything begins in the mind. So I was listening about Sir Walt Disney's story, and it seems when he started the Walt Disney, or when he was inaugurating, uh, he was not alive that day. So one reporter, or somebody passed some sarcastic comment like, ma'am, or Mrs. Walt Disney, don't you feel ashamed that your husband didn't saw or is not available today to see Walt Disney? Oh, the way she replied was amazing. She said he did saw. In fact, he was the first one to see. Wow, that's like, slap on the face. Because Walt Disney, he saw it here, and then it manifested in the physical realm. So that's why, we say everything begins here. Everything begins here. So start seeing things. That's what a visionary person is, right? uh, Especially when you see this real estate owners also, when they see an empty land, they can make out what is going to come there: a school, a corporate office, a shopping mall, cinema theater. What is going to come there, they can make out very easily. So just be your best wherever you are, and whatever God has given you, make the best use of that. Fine. Now, here, is your imagination creative or synthetic? Okay. Now, what is creative? What is synthetic? Creative is like never before ideas or thoughts. I mean, it is like fresh, unique. Synthetic is like converting old ideas into new methods. So in this book, the author, he talks about, when it comes to synthetic imagination, he talks about, these Sony used to use this dictaphone. You remember something called as dictaphone to create MP3 player. Sony, they say that Sony was the first one to launch the MP3 players and all. Even before Apple iPhone and all came into existence, it was Sony Walkmans and all. So it used dictaphone to create an MP3 player. So dictaphone, it's like, if you Google, you can get that. Okay, so dictaphone, Dictaphone. So from dictaphones, they have created uh, MP3 player. So, like you must have seen, even in the movies and all, the reporters will have that, yeah, to record and all that. And old dictaphone, used to be different. Uh, just a second, let me see if I can get this here. Just a second. Yeah, this is what a dictaphone looks like. Yeah, this one. So this is a dictaphone. So from this, Sony came up, with a MP3 player. This one, something like this. I'm sure People in the 70s, 80s, are aware of this. 80s, 90s also, they are aware of this. So, what am I trying to say is, use your imagination. I mean, when we are talking about creative imagination, in this book, the author talks about the story of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. And normally, creative people are more like, musicians, graphic writers, story writers, teachers like me, who create something new, like, never before. Never before. I mean, when I'm teaching you, I also, envy myself that, when I'm studying, some topics, I don't get a facility, like this. I'm not saying, a teacher like me. What I'm trying to say is, the why of it, that motivation, that inspiration, and then that attention, to details. So I don't see that. Even when we outsource the work to some people, also, they do layer work, which I don't like. So there's no attention to detail, and there's no leadership, ownership. Calm diya, bas, just do this, it's enough types, so that doesn't work with me. So you take time but go deep. So that's my way of working. So anyways, so whatever is your imagination, creative or synthetic, try to use that. Okay, so it seems, when Coca-Cola was launched, so it was launched, it was invented, not launched. Okay, it was invented. So if you see, he is the person, who introduced Coca-Cola, John Pemberton. John Pemberton. Okay, so the original creator of Coca-Cola. So when I see his story and all, what he has just done is, he just used these things: carbonated water, sugar, caffeine, phosphoric acid, caramel color, some natural flavorings, and he tested it on a local pharmacy. Uh, it will be there somewhere. It was invented in late 19th century, and Dr. Pemberton tried it out on customers at his local chemist, Joe Jacobs Pharmacy, where it proved so popular it immediately went on sale at 5 cents a glass. So the point that I'm trying to make is something new. He came up with, something new. So that's important. We should also, try to find out whatever is our field, something new. कुछ नया सोचो, कुछ नया करो, right? So I leave it to you, because this is a very wide, deep topic. Very wide and deep topic. Imagination is very deep. If I say a black car, your mind can think of different brand cars. But if I say, a black color Range Rover, now you know. Now you know. You know the brand, you know the color. You know it. Now, if I say Range Rover Vogue, you know that. How it looks. Black color, silver alloy wheels, red color seats inside. That's the power of imagination. That's the power of imagination. So work on your imagination properly. That's why the author has said, think and grow rich. This book has come, after interviewing so many millionaires, billionaires. So watch that book summary. And I've told you about Cuckoo FM and so many other things, Audible, and all that. So try to, get at least, those book summary. We never know, what can touch your spirit, soul, and make you into a different person. Okay, so that's about imagination. So here the author talks about Coca-Cola and then Sony, and then the next one is your knowledge general or specific? Okay, Somebody was saying, iLead does, more sales than, CPA sales. So I said to them, it is not about sales. I am really not looking at. For me, the way I think is, even if it is a pani puri, you understand your customer's taste and then serve him the golgappa in that fashion. Customer will come to you, and customer will bring 10 other customers. That's how life is. That's how business is. And when you are serving the customer with what he wants and you are making money out of that, that's what is business. That's what is business. And when customer is telling about you to 10 other people, that's what is referral, the word of mouth. That's what is true marketing. How much ever advertisements we do, anybody does, unless the end user's experience is good or reviews are good, I mean, people will not use that. Okay, so when I talk about, this knowing about everything and knowing everything about something, so the way we have planned, our students' future, like, first they do EA, then RTP, they learn QBO, they get into good job, then they go for CPA, and with the knowledge that they have earned, in EA and RTP, they attempt the CPA MCQs, simulation and all. So no further study is needed there than, solving the MCQs and then noting any missing points. So two papers are easy there, and then the person does CPA. I mean, we are giving people what the industry needs. EA, you need a license to prepare, to represent the client and all. When you are doing RTP, you know how to prepare the tax returns. When you know QuickBooks, you know how to prepare the books of accounts in QuickBooks. I mean, taxation, accounting, bookkeeping, and payroll. Three things are taken care of. Yeah, I'm not stopping you to become CPA, but people who are CPAs also, they can very much tell you that, हाँ भाई ये तीन काफी है, taxation, bookkeeping, and payroll. That's why iLead leads. Give the industry what it needs. Give the industry what it needs. Always, there is always scope for improvement, excellence. It is always there. It is always there. This is the first time, I'm teaching like this, be it our notes or, these things, which make you a better person. I have so many practitioners, lawyers also who are attending my classes, IT professionals, some heads, HR heads are there who are attending, my classes. People from different fields. Some people who have served in the armed forces, SSB, they have written, they served in the armed forces for some time. Now they are attending the lectures. So different types of people I have. So I get insights from them, inputs from them. They appreciate me a lot. But at the end of the day, my customer is liking that. You are also my customer. So, because as a teacher, even these MCQ sessions also, what I've introduced. Because when I'm telling these notes, explaining word by word, line by line, reading every line and explaining you, and then solving every MCQ, it makes the concept very clear. Nobody in the industry does these things. Anyways, you are already my student. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to tell you how to create value. Because when I'm explaining the class or when I'm talking something inspirational, motivational, you will like it. Arey sir, kitna acha bole. Ye concept kitna acha hai. How nice this concept is. Okay, let me practice it. Okay. But after some time, you somewhere, that drive goes away. But at least, when the MCQs are readily made, then all that you have to do is just keep the book, watch the MCQ, note it down. If there's still any query which has not been answered in this class or in the MCQ session, then contact the KM, knowledge management team. Make things simple and easy. Who would have thought about, Swiggy, Zomato, Book My Show? Uber. I mean, how things have become easy in our life. So, knowing something about everything and knowing everything about something, both are important. Both are important. But wherever you want to grow, make money, and serve more, you should have specific knowledge, that special knowledge. Once, it seems, Mr. Ford, Henry Ford was questioned, by a panel how you make cars, this and all. So they were asking, all unnecessary questions and all. So, see, I'm a car maker, and you are asking me, about unnecessary things. So let's do, one thing. You come to my office. You come to my office, and I have a team, and you can meet them, and they will answer, all your questions. And if there's anything specific about the car, ask, and I will definitely tell you about it. So the point that I'm trying to make here is you need not know everything about everything. Are you getting? You need not know everything about everything. Too much knowledge and wisdom is dangerous. Dangerous. You will become God, and there cannot be two gods. Getting it? So, know everything of something, whatever is your field. Try to know more of that field. Okay. While general knowledge is definitely good, but specific knowledge is more rewarding. Try to get an in depth understanding of your industry, of your product, of your service, of your customers, your team, your relationships, and you see you will never be the same. Are you getting it? I mean, I too really, love these topics. When I'm speaking to you, I'm able to make out. I mean, very, very beautiful topics. Very beautiful topics. If only you can practice it, nothing like it. Hmm? All the very best. Let's get into the class.